Okay.
Oh yeah, bring up Twitch.
Not sure my internet's doing very well at the moment.
Strong force.
Yeah, do you have the stream up?
Are you talking about like the actual Twitch stream?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Is it on the Slack? Oh, I see it.
So test.
Do I watch it through Discord on my PC or?
Just however, I'm just trying to see if it's even working.
Yeah, I can see your stream on there. I'm gonna have to switch off Discord to watch it on there. I mean, I'll stay on Discord to talk, but I'll mute.
Well, I mean,
too.
It's easier to watch on Discord just because. Yeah, do you have Okay, I think it's working.
Okay, it's not up on this. It's not up on Discord. It says stream failed to start.
On Discord?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try that again. Just because you'll be on a delay, like on Twitch, you'll be like 4 or 5 seconds behind my actual like talking.
Okay, I can see it on here now.
Okay. Let me get it pulled open on my phone. Okay, looks like we're good there. Okay, now let me get this pulled up. There we go. All right. Yeah, I saved. Are you in here, Commish? Well, I think he was for a second. Anyways, let's see. I think we're good.
Do it.
Got it posted in the Slack. Hello? Alright.
Go.
You ready?
Yep.
Got a handful of people in here. Yeah, so we're gonna jump into it. We've got Guardians here who's gonna break down his team for us. Do what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Before we start the game. We're also going to take a look at the Braves, so welcome into this session of the Game of the Week. Guardians and Braves. We might potentially have Kamish even stop in for a minute and say hey during this stream. So that'll be exciting. hear from him. But welcome in to everybody, and feel free to say hey in the chat. We have Randall here starting out.
What's up, Randall?
A couple more people join in as the game goes on. Yeah, we got Guardians here with us this week.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. This will be fun.
Alright, so just to start out here, we're going to look at the standings. We have the Braves, who are currently 59 and 48. And they're in third place in the NL East. And we have the Guardians, who are 63 and 42, and they're first place in the AL Central Division. So the Guardians have been really hot of late, 8 and 2 their last 10, so that's really nice. And but first, we're gonna take a look at the Braves. The Braves sent over information on their team from the 5 questions. So I'll start there, and then we'll do the Guardians after that. Let's take a look here. Okay. Just making sure the stream's good. Alright. So the first question for the Braves was their goal going into the season and how it's playing out for them. And their answer to that was the goal going into the season was to win the pennant, since that's where we came up short last season. This season has gone a bit worse than expected, but the important thing is staying in playoff position. Number 2, he has a second point here with some player spotlight stuff. Or I'm sorry, I think this is a rookie that he has. Wilson Ceballos. Is that how you say that? He's a starting pitcher. Let's pull him up. Yep, number 3 spot here in his rotation. So we have him. He's Braves GM says he's been exceeding expectations so far as a 22-year-old kid in the majors. His K and walk percentage is second best in the rotation, which is fantastic. So that's really cool to see. Let's see, he's at a 4.17 ERA. A 10.1 K per 9, which is nice. He's up to 127 innings pitched, so he's going to get close to that 200 innings threshold, which is really nice to see for the 21-year-old. Only 2.7 walks per 9, so he's just been really efficient. Looks like he's pumping strikes, getting strikeouts, and not allowing very many runs. So that's awesome to see from the rookie, Wilson. Which I believe... Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to see Mike Steele tonight, so from the Braves. We'll look at him momentarily. Get back over there. And then we have player spotlight from the Braves. We have Juan Carrera. He's the right fielder. So let's find him. Let's see. Am I missing? Oh, there he is. Nice, 60 potential guy, 50 overall. Let's see what he has to say about Juan. He says he was overdue for being called up, but Acuna's early season injury gave him an opportunity. He is tied for the best WRC plus on the team among the regulars, so he's also exceeding expectations. So yeah, he's 25, young guy, batting 278, 350 on base. He's a 118 OPS plus, so he's an above average player, even at the young age of 25, and he's a lefty, so that's exciting. Nice looking player here for the Braves. We have next player they pointed out was Parker Picot. He's a utility player for them. Let's take a look right here. So yeah, he can play almost every position: second, third, short, left, center, and right. Pretty average, if not above average, at almost every position there. Parker, the Braves GM says that he functioned as a utility guy at the moment and is performing as expected. Ideally, he'd take over at third since Cade Doty has come back down to earth. So that's a guy who looks like he has a bright future. He's only 25 as well, and he could pretty much play and slide into any of these positions whenever needed, and then maybe even, from the sound of it, even take over one of the positions. So that's nice to have at the big league level. And And then the third player that he wanted to point out is Pablo Lopez, and this guy's been around a long time now. Looks like the ace of this rotation. He is 34 now, but he's still 80 overall, which is really impressive. Atlanta GM says he's making a case for a top 3 Cy Young finish. Nelson uh, Magallanes is proving that his rookie year wasn't a fluke and establishing himself as a top flight catcher. Alfred Campos is doing the same in left. So having Pablo Lopez at the top of the rotation, putting up this type of season is great for any team, and he is indeed having a really nice season. 3.78 ERA, um, just about this as consistent as any pitcher's been the last 3 years. It looks like so. Really nice. He's getting paid. He's getting paid a lot for the next handful of years too. So looks like 40 million over the next 3 years, and then he has a player opt out, and then 37 and 35 2 years following that. So that's a lot of money up for grabs for the veteran Pablo Lopez. Quick comments here from Atlanta GM on the current or on today's pitching matchup. He says it looks like it tilts slightly in favor of Steele. So let's go ahead and pull up his starter, Mike Steele. He's a 70 potential, 70 overall guy, and he's having a great season. 4.17 ERA. He's not walking almost anybody at a 1.7 walk per nine stat, which is elite. So he is right around the strike zone. He's also 22 years old, so a really young guy here.
And he has good stamina too, so he might go pretty far in this game.
Yeah, he's looking to have not only a great season, but maybe a great performance here against the Guardians GM and his team. Let's see. It says that it looks like it tilts slightly in favor of Steele, but he is more homer prone than Lagurnik, who we're going to be seeing from the Guardians. That could certainly be problematic against a top tier Cleveland offense. So that's the comments there on the pitching matchup from the Atlanta GM. The pick to click that I asked the Braves GM to let us know who he thought. He says the guy to watch out for against lefties is always going to be Acuna. In order for the Braves to secure a playoff spot, he's going to have to turn it up. So let's see. Is he in the lineup? Or is he hurt right now? Oh, yeah, there he is. So he's batting 223 on the season. Looks like he spent a little bit of time in AAA, but that may have been rehab games. But he's definitely not playing up to his potential, that's for sure, right now. So we'll see what we see from him. The now veteran Ronald Acuna Jr. Let's see here. All right, so the Braves, that is the Braves players that they wanted to be pointed out here. Let's see. Victor Arano looks familiar to me. I had him on my team last year. He's having another great season. I know he did for me last year. And then looks like their bullpen's doing well. Their closer has 24 saves. They're all low ERAs. The starting rotation's doing well, so they're having a great year. But they're in a competitive division, as they are currently third, 59 and 48. With the Mets in their division, it's likely going to be a wild card type situation to be looking for. All right, so with that in mind, we'll turn it over to the Guardians. Take a look over here and see what the Guardians GM wants to point out. If you want to introduce yourself and say hey to the people watching, feel free.
What's up? What's up, everybody? My name is Zach. I'm the GM of the Guardians, and first live stream, so I'm excited to see how this goes. It's going to be a lot of fun getting to see just our players on the field playing. I think it just brings a new level of realism to it. So super excited, and excited to show off my team. And I've been working hard rebuilding this, so I'm excited to see the direction they're heading in. They got a really good future ahead of them.
Awesome. So coming into this season, what was your goals and how are they playing out for you?
So my goal last year, just to kind of set it up, was just to make the playoffs, just to get in a wild card spot. I didn't even really care if I lost the first round. So this year, my goal is to at least make it. Might be shoot a little high, but make it to the ALCS. So that's my goal is to just make it there. And then hopefully from there, it's some World Series aspirations.
Nice. That's some definitely a young, talented team, so that's exciting to watch for everybody. As you've probably one of the hotter teams in the league right now, I would
Yeah,
say.
they've been on a tear. They were starting off slow, and it seems like when they start off slow, those when they do their best. But yeah, they turned it around. I think it's been a minute since I've had a sim, under 500. So they've been killing it for me.
Awesome. So let's jump into some of your guys. See. So who are some rookies that you have here you can show off to us?
So rookie wise, Ernesto Contreras is what I was super excited about. He's the third pitcher of the rotation. Uh, he was a big bet. He was on the BAGL list, and so I was following him for quite a while. Um, I got him from Washington, and we talked about him back and forth for a few different times, and I've always been high on him. Super excited, and I was able to pull off a trade for him, and he's been doing pretty well for me. He's taken a little bit longer to get up, or I mean, 22 is pretty good, but um, he had some setbacks. He started off really hot, had some setbacks, kept pushing through, but he kept overcoming adversity. And he's only 45, but I think he has a pretty bright future, and that durability is really nice to have in a starting pitcher as well.
Nice. Yeah, it's his ratings look like way better than 45 potential, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, he's not phenomenal at anything, but he's like everything's. There's no weaknesses either. He's just solid all the way through.
Yeah. Wow. And he's 22, so he's got a bright future. Not signed to a contract yet. Looks like he's
Nope.
still an arbitration guy, or future
Yeah.
arbitration guy.
I just want to see how he pans out. Give him a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, so pitching wise, I got him, and one more I want to point out is Ramiro Anaya, and I want to point that out because I actually got him from you. He's the second of the rotation right there.
Yeah, he was
Um,
in the Gavin Williams deal. Real quick, Kamish says, "What a team! Guardians have a good GM, but go Braves."
yeah, I bet.
He's
Yeah,
rooting for the
and I
Braves.
don't blame him. He's fighting for that division. He's a beast.
All right, go ahead with Anaya.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty exciting. I think he's only, I guess, 60 potential when I got him from you, and he just has been going up. And I want to try to add a fourth pitch in there in the off season, but he's another young guy I'm super excited about. Someone that can really anchor the rotation, and I think there's ace potential there, but we'll see what happens. I think he'll definitely need to get a fourth pitch going though.
Nice.
But I'm excited about him.
Yeah, he's turned into a really nice player. He's still only 21, which that's really nice with a lot of development still to come.
Yeah.
3.47 ERA. He doesn't allow home runs. Yeah, he's a really nice looking guy. So you've had him in the organization since 2028, so 2 years with you guys now. He's already made it to the majors.
Yep. So
Nice.
super excited about him.
All right. Who? Let's do a player spotlight. So we'll do 2 to 3 players. Did you have any other rookies that you wanted to?
Uh, yeah, I have Sergio Leyva, which he was gonna be a player spotlight, so we can kind of
Okay.
combo him up there.
Yeah. So we can just
He's the
go
new
into
one.
that then. So 2 to 3
Yeah.
guys across the roster here that you can show off.
Yeah, so if I had to pick three, I'd say my first one being Sergio Leyva. We can check him out. He's my catcher. He was 80 potential heading into the season, but he dipped to 65. Well, your scout has him at 50, but he's been playing pretty well. His OPS has kind of been declining over the season, but
There
he's
you
still
go.
at
There's your
750
scout.
on there. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, he took a dip. He has that durability, which I like. He's been doing pretty good defensively catching. He has a positive framing, and bat wise, 750 is pretty solid, and I think he's going to continue to grow, and I think he's going to be a really good catcher in this
Man,
league for quite some time.
another 22-year-old. That's
Yeah,
insane.
my
2.2 WAR
team's
on the season.
stupid young.
Let's look at his fielding. So 22.9 runner thrown out percentage. That's really nice. He's really good at framing.
Mhm.
3.9 framing.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's big to me.
handful of errors behind the plate, but
He's a young guy.
who
He'll
really
figure it
knows?
out.
Yeah. But overall, that's good. Uh,
Yeah. So
Kamish, I think he was maybe referring to Anaya. He said big frame, and then Randall said big power. So yeah, big power
yeah, that's the
for the
exciting
catcher
part.
here.
Like to see that get up to 65 and just, gosh,
I
get some
mean,
home runs going.
even just to find this type of defensive ratings on a catcher is hard to find even.
Yeah, so he's probably been my most exciting prospect, one of my most I've ever had. Like I said, his potential's dipped since he's debuted, but that can change, either way at any time. But he's actually been probably one of my most exciting prospects ever. So it's really cool to see him finally make it up there because I've had him since he was 18 through the international, and
Wow.
it's really cool to get to see that.
Hey, what's up, Braves? He says, agreed, go Braves.
Go Braves!
All right, so you got two more guys. Who else could you show? And then we'll look at
yeah, so my
the pitching starter.
yeah, so Kale Hayden's my next one. He was a guy that kind of came up with very little fanfare. I think he was, gosh, 45, 50 potential maybe. He was kind of a guy that was just supposed to be basically a backup outfielder, just someone that can pull in and bring in when someone needs a day off. But he spiked from like 45 potential, maybe 50, up to 60, and he's just been tearing it up. I mean, 870 OPS. Defensively, he's pretty solid, young. 17 home runs. So, I mean, it's awesome when you have a guy like that, that you just don't have high expectations for, and then they just,
Yeah,
show you they fight for that spot and prove that they belong there.
and they blossom. Yeah, that's really nice. This guy's looked good defensively. Good, pretty good outfield range and arm.
You can steal
Good
some
hitting
bases.
ratings. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
stolen 10 on the season so far. There's a 870 OPS, so he's on pace for a really nice season himself.
Mm-hmm.
24
Yes,
years
he's
old.
been an awesome surprise for me.
Awesome. Yeah, he's just all these guys getting paid league minimum, just putting up crazy good seasons for you.
Yep. Got to enjoy it while it lasts. And then my last guy is my boy. I thought about doing Travis Bazan. Everyone knows him, but I'm going to go with Steve Radigan for this one.
Oh,
He's
see,
just
there
been,
he is. Dang, 80 potential.
yeah, so over 900 OPS. He's just been awesome for me. 18 home runs.
One of the few
Um,
guys getting paid a salary on this team,
yeah.
but he's
Yep, I
24.
locked him up. Locked him up and got him on a good contract. So,
Look at that, front loaded, all the way until
yep.
30.
I'm going to start backloading some of these contracts to balance them out. But,
This is a guy that you
yeah, got
really
him
like.
locked up. And, yeah, he was in the running for Rookie of the Year last year. Made a good run. Kind of stumbled at the end. Got an injury. But, he's still just proven that he's here to stay. 300 average.
Yeah,
380 on base percentage. Just killing it.
yeah. Look at that
Super
season
fun
he
to
had
follow.
last year. That's insane. 5 WAR season. Nice. All right, let's take a look
Yeah.
at the starting pitcher. We have Justin Lagurnik. So he's actually the fifth starter on this rotation. Currently
Yep.
3.94 ERA. 24-year-old lefty. Nice. So how's
Mhm.
he performing for you this year?
He's been good. He started off a little shaky early on, but he's just settled down nicely. And I was kind of worried his rookie year. He was absolutely awesome. 3.4 WAR, 311 ERA. His walk rate was a little bit high, but overall, not a big strikeout guy. But he was good for me. And then he starting off slow. His potential dips. Is getting a little worried, but he's rebound nicely. And he has a pretty good defense behind him, so it's probably helped being a ground ball pitcher. But he's been pretty good and consistent. I'm pretty happy with him, and I think he's going to do a pretty solid job tonight.
Nice. All right. So
See
he's
that Mike Steele looks pretty good.
yeah. We'll take a look again over at him one last time. And yeah, so he's on a 100 uh, pitch count or pitch limit. He is currently on pace for over 200 innings. The youngster, 22, and yeah, he's a really nice looking starter. This is the number two place. Yeah, number two, behind Pablo Lopez, who's having a great season. So he's just seems to be feeding off that the good performances every fifth day from Pablo, and just going out there himself and showing up. Yeah, high stamina. He's able to go the distance. He's a ground ball pitcher. So this is going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, he's gonna be a stud for
Anyone
years to
else
come.
in chat have anything they want to see from either team before we get started? Give you a minute here to chime in if there's anything you wanted to see before we start the game. Let's see, schedule wise. Yep, we're good there. Kamish says Guardians made the playoffs last season, correct?
Yep, got the wild card. I think I got it by one game on the last sim, and then we got destroyed in the wild card round.
Ah,
I think we lost both games, and that was it. Or is that? Yeah.
yeah. So having a good follow-up season looks like playoff path again this year. Do you happen to remember what your record was last year? Did you say that?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay,
Maybe somewhere in the 80s, 80 wins, high 80s.
nice. All right. Looks like you're ranked pretty highly on a lot of these team stat rankings. First in batting average, second on base percentage, batting WAR and WOBA both second, third in base running, and just to be fair, we'll do the same thing for the Braves, and then we'll get started. So they're fifth in runs scored and on base percentage, batter WAR and home runs, fifth in stolen bases, fourth in strikeouts, and they're sixth in defensive efficiency. So nice, good, well-rounded team. All right, let's pause the music, and we'll look at the starting lineups for this game as we jump into it right now.
Does it matter if you're acting as me? Is it acting as Guardian still?
No, it doesn't matter. It just sims that game that you have control of the team.
Gotcha.
All right,
Who
so
has Bill Naylor starting?
there you go.
Leavis getting the day off.
Oh darn.
That's all right. He needs the rest.
Yeah.
Bo Naylor, 700 OPS. He's right there at average.
Yeah, pretty
Like
balanced.
the last one I had.
The pretty balanced on the head-to-head matchups here. Travis Bazana, they're at the top, going his way, according to the game. No, it's going towards Acuna there. Let's see. Braves said, "Boy, we're sending out the B team in this game." So yeah, it looks like C.J. Abrams and Cale Hayden in the second. We have Michael Harris the second, and Chase DeLauder in third. Steve Radigan and Nelson Magallanes. They're the cleanup hitters. Christopher Torin and Jimmy Kay, they're in fifth. Jesus Ramos and Juan Carrera. Jeff Minnick and Cade Doty. Eric Gress, Parker Picote, Bo Naylor, and Francisco Lindor. And then we have Legurnick and Mike Steele. So, without further ado, we'll do the starting pan just to make it a little bit more fun. Braves GM says Lindor is basically the mascot right now. So okay, batting 178. So we'll see what kind of performance he has. Looks like he'll be playing first base. So we'll go ahead.
Now that he pointed that out, he's going to go forward and hit, or he's just going to hit for the cycle now. Watch.
Oh, probably. He's playing in front of the GM. Better do something.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Jumping into it. Getting this one started. Alright, so we are at Truist Park. So Braves are going to have the home field advantage here. Guardian playing on the road, and Travis Bazana is up first. I'm sure you're happy with him so far this season.
Yep, he's our franchise player right now.
Yeah,
he's our Bobby Witt.
First pick back a handful of years ago here for the Guardians. Bazana, as he is a really nice 27-year-old player, getting paid $12.8 million. And then Mike Steele, the lefty, And so here we go. Bazana versus Mike Steele to start the game. Oh, the beautiful pan shot of Truist Park. And here we go from Steele. That one's hit hard. First pitch is out of the ballpark.
Ooh.
Wow, leadoff home run. I believe that's our first ever leadoff homer that we've had in the game of the week. And who else but Travis Bazana to do it? So there's your boy with the leadoff homer.
He earned that $13 million.
94-mile-an-hour fastball. The third pitch was right down the middle, and he took it over the left field wall. All right, next up, Cale Hayden, the left fielder, batting .295 on the year. We have Mike Steele. See if he can. Braves GM says, "Wow, I'm a prophet." We'll see. We'll see. Mike Steele. Let's see what he can do against Hayden.
Yeah, he did call that home run.
And that ball's hit to left field fairly deep. Left fielder's there for that one. As we have the first out of the inning. Chase DeLauder, the center fielder. Another impressive youngster here. As Mike Steele is looking for out number 2. So that was one pitch to get that last out. That's a hard hit ball, and over the first baseman. He leaps for it, not able to get there. DeLauder with the second hit of the inning to start the game. All right, man on first, one out. Mike Steele against Steve Radigan. He's one of the leaders of this team. He's batting .302, 18 homers on the year so far. Let's see what Mike can do against Radigan.
Bring him home, baby.
He strikes him out, so Radigan strikes out looking for the second out.
Shell shocked. He gave him that blue steel look, and he got shell shocked.
DeLauder at first, just waiting for Torrin to hit this ball in the gap. As Mike Steele with the next pitch.
It's your former player, Torrin.
But slowly hit to the right side. The second baseman's able to get that one. And yeah, Torrin came over. Thinking to get back Williams trade too. So just the leadoff homer, and that was all the damage caused that first half inning. So we move on to the bottom half. Ronald Acuna Jr. to lead off against Justin Legurnick. Legurnick is having a great season, so we'll see how he performs in this game. And Acuna ready to bat right here. That's hit sharply to right and through the infield, past the second baseman. Made a good attempt at it, but it was hit just a little bit too hard. So leadoff man is on for the Braves. As C.J. Abrams comes up, .291. Legurnick, the lefty, against Abrams. Let's see what happens with this one. Oh, he hits him. So, not sharp early on here from Legurnick. Let's see if he can clean it up. Michael Harris, the second and the third hitting spot here. And let's see if he can drive one in, get the run back. As Legurnick looks to shape up here. The pitch. That's hit on the ground and right to the second baseman, and they're able to get a double play as the man advances to third. But they do get the 2 outs as Legurnick looks to get out of this inning unscathed. How you feeling? You think he's going to get out of it?
I have faith. Let's do it. Well, I don't know. This guy, this is the catcher, right? McAllis? Is he the one that was...
Justin, yep. He's batting .259, 16 homers. He has some power. Let's see what happens. Legurnick to Magallanes. That's hit in the sky to left field. Left fielder is there, however, and gets out of the inning. So they gave up some men on the base paths, and they get out of it. Jesus Ramos, the right fielder, up next for Cleveland, and as Mike Steele is out there with 12 pitches under his belt. And Ramos looks to get on here. He is a cold batter. Let's see if he can turn that around this game. He strikes him out as the cold streak continues for now. 4 pitches to get that swinging strike.
All right, let's see if Minnick can break that cold streak. One of them's got to get warmed up.
It'd be nice to get those two guys going here at the lower part of the lineup for Cleveland, as Mike Steele looks to keep the cold streak going here with Jeff Minnick, the shortstop. That's a hard hit ball, and that might get down. It does get down and left.
There you go.
As he gets on there for Cleveland. Minnick. Now we have Eric Gress, the first baseman. He looks to keep Minnick moving on the base paths, as that was a well-fought at bat, 7 pitches to get that hit. And he does indeed snap his cold streak, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's like that.
We have Eric Gress up next. That's hard hit past the third baseman. That's going to get a couple bases, potentially. Let's see how far they go. He stops at third, and they gets in safely, standing up at second. So back-to-back hits here.
Yo, gosh, it's come up to Bo Naylor, my worst batter.
Bo Naylor, the backup catcher. He's in this game.
Outfield thing right now, trying to get him excited.
Look at that. All the pitches on that last at bat were down, and he was able to drive it past the third baseman.
Nice.
We have Bo Naylor. Let's see if he can get an RBI here. He hits it softly back to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it away.
Wow.
That is a error? It is an error.
It's like off target by the pitcher then, maybe?
Yeah. As the runner is not able to advance. But that should have been an easy out there. All right, Bizana, he hit a leadoff homer to start this game. Let's see if he can get another right here. The next to Bizana. He hits it high in the sky. That's got some carry. Should get the run in. As the left fielder gets it back into the infield, the run crosses home plate, and it's a 2-0 game now as the Guardians continue to score. But could have been much worse with Bizana.
I would prefer the home run right there instead of the first inning, but take what you can get.
Yep. Cale Hayden up next, batting .295. He did not get a hit in his first at bat. Let's see what he can do here. It's hit hard, but to the first baseman. He makes the play on it. And that retires the side. Nice play by the first baseman on the hard hit ball. But another run that scores.
Good job minimizing the damage.
Yeah, that is nice. And Bizana got his second RBI, so that's good. All right, Jimmy K, the DH, batting .303, 8 homers on the year, and 76 at bats. So he's a 1.0 OPS. Legurnik to Jimmy K. That's hard hit to the second baseman, who makes the play. He throws out K. So Legurnik gets the first out. Next up is Juan Carrera. .278 average, 10 homers. He can get on base at a .350 on base percentage. The lefty-lefty matchup here. Hit in the sky. The right fielder ranges in for that one, and he's able to make it in time for the second out. So nothing doing there for that out. We have Cade Doherty, another good hitter, .263, 7 homers against Legurnik. Hit on the ground, but to the third baseman, who throws across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down for Cleveland. Mike Steele out there, 34 pitches in. He's going against Chase DeLauder. 23 homers on the year, and he has a hit in this game already. So he's going to go for his second one here against Mike Steele. That's hard hit on the ground at first. corrals it and steps on the bag. Moving right along. Steve Radigan, hitless so far. He's looking to change that. He likes to hit it to all fields, mainly up the middle and right center. Let's see what he can do against Mike Steele. That's hitting the sky. Right fielder's there for it. Ronald Acuna makes the play in right. So Cleveland looking for their 5th hit here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Mike Steele pitches to Torin, who is hitless so far. It's hit, and it might drop over the leaping second baseman. So that drops in for a bloop hit. And they'll take that here with 2 outs and extend the inning. Jesus.
All right, Ramos' chance to break that cold streak now. His turn.
Let's see if he can do just that. Maybe drop one in the gap or better here. As Torin has nice speed. Jesus Ramos. Mike Steele. Oh, he hits him. He hits him.
He's playing right there. He took one for the team.
So he's been trying to get the 3rd out this inning. He's not able to do so, and 2 men on the bases now. Jeff Minnick, the shortstop, who was able to break his cold streak earlier. Let's see if he can start to build on that here against Mike Steele. And the next pitch is low. He walks him. So he's really struggling to get the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd. How you feeling?
Feel like is it Bo Naylor up next?
Grass.
Oh no, Eric Grass. All right. I mean, let's go. This is house money right now.
31 RBIs on the year for Grass. Let's see if they can extend the lead here. 2 outs, bases loaded. Shaky pitcher, only able to throw 1 strike that last at bat. Let's see what happens. Mike Steele, 47 pitches against Eric Grass. Hits it sharply, but to the 3rd baseman who races to the bag. Is able to get there in time to retire
Mike
this
Steele, he's just so good. He just needs to get bases loaded to get his adrenaline pumping and get focused.
He is letting guys on. He's not really letting them come around and score, though.
Just a sac fly, but that's it.
All right, Legurnik, he's doing well. He's at 20 pitches now, so he's been efficient. He's going to go against Parker Picote, the shortstop, batting .225 so far this season. The pitch from Legurnik. That's hit to center field. Drops in for a hit. Center fielder a little bit slow to get that one, but holds it to a single. As Parker gets on for the leadoff man for Atlanta. Here's the team mascot, Francisco Lindor, batting .178. 4 homers on the year.
Play Lindor, hopefully.
Guardians GM hoping for a double play here, so let's see what happens. That's hitting the sky to right field. Right fielder comes in, able to make the snag. Ramos. 1 out now with Picote on first. Ronald Acuna Jr. trying to drive one in here. He does have 1 hit today. Let's see what he can do here for the Rangers, or for the Braves. Sorry, I was looking at his hat. The next pitch. He walks him. And it was a stolen base. He's there in plenty of time. So 7th stolen base of the season for Picote, as that was 1 pitch, which was low. Naylor not able to nail the man at second. Legurnik against Acuna now with the next pitch. It's hit on the ground. That's going to get the man to third as they do get the out at first base. With 2 outs now.
That steal saved a double play.
Yeah, it did. That's true.
Good steal.
Now a base hit gets this run in. C.J. Abrams can get the job done, batting .291. And Legurnik up against Abrams here. he hits it hard to third. Third baseman's there though by the line, and gets the final out of this inning as we move on to the fourth. Close game so far. Bo Naylor up next. Mike Steele out there with 49 pitches, having a decent start so far. And Bo Naylor up next. It's on the ground to second. Torin makes the play. He's been somewhat busy this game. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong team. That's CJ Abrams. And Travis Bizana back to the top of the lineup here for the Guardians. He was a first overall pick in, was it the first draft? Our first draft in this league?
Yeah, it was. The Guardians copied me in real life and ended up drafting too.
Yeah.
Showed them the blueprint.
That was crazy. But that was super cool. All right, Mike Steele. He has 2 RBIs this game. He's looking for his second hit, and Mike Steele looking for the second out of the inning. That's hard hit up center field. Smashed it through the middle infield and drops in center for a single. So that'll be his second hit of the day. Cale Hayden, the second position in the lineup in the batting order, 294. No hits today. He'll look to change that here. As Mike Steele, 52 pitches. Looks like a stolen base. Bizana, 15 for 17 in stolen bases this year. Nice head first slide there. All right, Cale Hayden. He has a man in scoring position now. See if he can drive him in. That's going to be a base hit as they will send the man home. And the runner stays first as they get it in quickly. But it is going to be 3-0 now, Guardians, as Bizana gets a run scored. That was the 7th hit now for the Guardians against Mike Steele. As Chase DeLauder comes up to the plate, batting .255, 1 hit on the day.
Feeling a home run right here.
Cleveland GM calling for a homer. As 23 on the year. Let's see what happens as the pitch is on its way. He strikes him out. So he felt the pressure there and does not make contact.
I jinxed him. It was my fault.
Wow, look at those locations. Just low inside corner there. All right, Steve Radigan, a DH, batting .300. Mike Steele, 59 pitches. That's hard hit, sharply to right. They go first to third as he's speedier on the base paths there. Ronald Acuna throws it in, but not in time as Hayden is able to go first to third.
Time for Diamondbacks legend Christopher Torn to drive somebody in.
He is batting .300 and has a hit on the day. And we have a man on first and third, 2 outs. And Mike Steele looking to get clutch again and only allow the 1 run. Let's see what happens against Torin. He strikes him out, so he does indeed just give up the 1 run as he limits damage again.
He's got nerves of steel, you could say. He gets
There
these
you
guys at third and he just locks down.
Nerves of steel. All right, Michael Harris batting leadoff here against Lagurnik. Harris has multiple MVP awards in the National League as Lagurnik looks to get him out. Efficient so far, 38 pitches. The next from Lagurnik. That's hard hit to right. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Hard hit. Should be for at least 2. Slides in safely as he starts the inning with a double hard hit off the wall in right center. Magallanes up next, 259, 16 homers. No hits today, and let's see what he can do here. Lagurnik. That's hit high. The center fielder is coming in for that one. The man at second has to stay put, not able to tag up as it was hit fairly shallow in center. As Harris remains at second, we have Jimmy K looking to get a hit here and drive Harris in for the first run for Atlanta. Let's see if he can do that against Legurnik. Let's hit on the ground. That's going to get the man to third. 2 outs now, as the first baseman's able to get that one. Harris, the second now at third base with Juan Carrera up at the plate, looking to drive in the first run here. The next pitch. It's hit high. Center fielder ranges in for that one. And DeLauder makes the play for the third out. So Legurnik having a great start here for you.
Yeah, doing very good.
I'm going to take a second, take a drink real quick.
Oh, I see Cale Hayden got a cold streak going now.
Oh, yep.
Medic needs to share some secrets with them. Get it going.
All right, Jesus Ramos, the Cleveland right fielder, up batting leadoff this inning, as Mike Steele, 66 pitches in now, but pitches to Ramos. On the ground to the third baseman, scoops it, throws, and gets the out. Doty, the third baseman, gets that one. As Jeff Minnick comes up to the plate next, Mike Steele can continue his good performance. That's a low-looking strike from here, but we'll see where that one was. That was fairly low, a few inches down, but
yeah, instead he did a good job framing it in the chat. The catcher did, so
there you go. So good framing job there by Magallanes.
Yeah.
Mike Steele needed that one, as he's now facing Eric Gress for the third out, trying to get the third out here. Let's see how it plays out. That's hit in the air. Right fielder comes in and makes the out there for out number 3. No hits that inning as we continue on. Bottom of the 5th now. Legurnik, 51 pitches, as he's having a great performance for Cleveland. Dropped his ERA so far to 3.82 this game. As we look at Cade Doty batting leadoff. 263 batter, no hits today. The next pitch. That's hit sharply to right. That's going to get down in front of the right fielder and drop in for another leadoff base hit. As Atlanta's had the leadoff man on a number of times and not able to bring them around up to this point. As Parker Bricote has 1 hit on the day, and he looks to get his second here. Legurnik getting into the middle innings now. Another stolen base here. Stealing on Naylor. Naylor not able to throw a man out yet. So another stolen base.
Taking advantage of that backup catcher.
The scouting report is in on him, so he actually has a decent arm, but not able to throw a man out yet. And a handful of attempts. So Picote looking to continue and build some momentum here with Doty on second. And he gets walked, so they have the first base open after the stolen base, so they walk him. Look to get a double play here or better. Lindor up next, as Legurnik was a little bit all over the place all over the strike zone on that last at bat. So man on first and second, Lindor up, looking to get a base hit here for the Atlanta GM. He gets hit. He gets hit. That one was a 3-2 pitch, and he gets hit. So that one loads the bases. Looks like everyone's okay.
Gosh, back to Acuna Jr. Bases loaded. This is terrifying.
Bases loaded. Nobody out. The Braves legend, Ronald Acuna Jr. up at the plate. 3-run game. Let's see what's going to happen here. The next pitch.
Strike three.
He strikes him out.
Big.
Huge first out with the bases loaded. Ronald Acuna strikes out. As looks like Naylor framed that one a little bit, as that was out of the strike zone. So good frame job there by Naylor. All right, C.J. Abrams, another good hitter here. Batting .290. He's going to want to hit it anywhere on the diamond. He's looks to be a good spray hitter. So everyone needs to be ready. Infield is partially in. Potential play at the plate as the next pitch comes from Legurnik. That's hit right to the second baseman for the second out. As that couldn't have been any better. As Torin was right for it.
Harris, their home run leader, up.
Michael Harris, the second, perennial All-Star, MVP candidate. 21 homers on the year. As he looks at the next pitch from Legurnik, looking to do some damage here. Here it comes. That's hit on the ground to first base. Can the pitcher make the play? Yes, he can. He makes it there in time. You never know what might happen when the pitcher covers, but he makes the play that time for the third out. So Legurnik keeps a good performance intact. And another good game here, Chad, as we're getting into the middle-late innings here. Not sure if the Braves GM's here, but it'd be interesting to see how he's feeling with Mike Steele's start so far. Bo Naylor up next. He's the 9th place hitter leading off. Mike Steele to Bo Naylor. That's hit hard, but right to the first baseman as the good Cleveland defense continues in this game. Hero so far in this one for Cleveland. Travis Bazzana up next, looking for his 3rd hit. Already has 1 homer in this game. Let's see what he'll do in front of the Cleveland GM. Walks him, so he wants nothing to do with Bazzana, just gives him first base. 4 straight balls to walk him. As Cale Hayden, he looks for his 2nd hit of this game. As Mike Steele, 78 pitches now. That's hit up the middle. The shortstop's there. Only able to get 1, however, as they keep the ball there at second and don't go for the double play. 2 outs now. Hayden up first. That's true. Hayden did. Yeah, he gets the fielder's choice, but he's going to stay cold there. DeLauder, he has 1 hit today. Let's see what he can do here against Mike Steele. That's hit in the infield. The second baseman makes that one for the 3rd out. So no runs up to this point. 4 hits and 1 error for the Braves. Or I'm sorry, that was Cleveland. 3 hits, 8 hits, 3 runs, no errors. So Braves up next. We have Magallanes, who is now, he is hitless on the day. Batting leadoff, Legurnik up to 80 pitches now. See how much farther he's going to go. Magallanes up next. Popped up to the infield. The second baseman's there, Torin, as he makes the play. Jimmy K, 295 average, looking for his first hit of the day. Legurnik up his next batter. Hit to center field as the shortstop leaps for that one. Gets over his head anyways. Ball back into the infield, so there's a first hit for K today as he is now on fire with that.
Keep Legurnik in. They have faith. Try to give him that quality start.
Absolutely. He's has 1 out in the 6th. Man on first. Let's see if he can get through this one with Carrera up next. 275 average. The next pitch. Set on the ground. A lot of ground balls this game. He makes the play at second. Not able to turn two, but gets the man out at second no matter what. Doty, he has one hit today. Let's see if he can bat Carrera around. That's hard hit to right. That's going to drop. How far will that man go? He's going to go to third. The throw comes in. He slides in safely. And the base hit gets the man all the way around to third base. Doty gets his second hit of the day. Well fought at bat with 6 pitches on that last one. Parker Picote looks for his second hit against Justin Legurnick. 95 pitches now, as this is likely his last batter. But he'd love to get it so he can get out of the 6th. Let's see what happens here. The next pitch. It gets away. So that's going to be their first run of the game for the Braves. That was the second pitch of the at-bat as it gets past the catcher. I'm sorry, that was the first pitch. Wild. All right, so he's still trying to get this out. He allows his first run. The next pitch comes back to strike him out for the 3rd out. So he gives up the 1 to a wild pitch, but he gets the strikeout to end his outing, most likely.
Good performance, good quality start.
Really nice. Another hard fought at bat there, 7 pitches. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. Steve Radigan. They're looking to get that run back as he's up 18 homers on the year. Second in AL in RBIs with 87. Hit on the ground to the third baseman. Makes the play for the first out. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. And Mike Steele, 92 pitches now. He's facing Christopher Torren, looking for his second hit today. Up the middle for another hit. Torren having a good game defensively and offensively here for the Guardians. Okay, so a man on first, 1 out. Ramos up to bat. And Mike Steele, 95 pitches. Next pitch. Hit to the left side. Third baseman is there for the play. Makes a good play. Not able to get 2 out of that, but he gets 1. Gets the sure out. Torren at second now. Minnick up. He has 1 hit today. The next from Steele. Hit softly on the ground. Pitcher makes the play in time as Steele gets out of that one. All right. First pitching change here as we go through the 7th inning stretch.
Zach Lick Parker, maybe. You know this guy.
Yes, his nickname is Lick. Zach Lick Parker. Having a great season. He's 169 ERA, 10.2 innings. He strikes out a decent number of guys, doesn't walk many, doesn't give up homers, so nice looking reliever, really nice looking. Against Francisco Lindor. Excuse me. He'll be the next batter. Nobody out. The next pitch. Strikes out Lindor for the first out of the inning. Zach Parker gets the first out of the 7th for the Guardians. Ronald Acuna up next. He has 1 hit today. Looking for his second against Zach Parker. That's hit high in the sky. That's going deep and to the left fielder in front of the warning track. Hard hit ball, but to the left fielder and deep left. As C.J. Abrams comes up next. Looking to extend the inning. 2 outs now. Zach Parker to Abrams. He strikes him out. So good inning from Zach Parker.
3 up, 3 down.
Very nice indeed.
So they say he gets his nickname, because normally, pitchers lick their fingers to get that grip on the ball. He actually licks the ball instead.
Oh, nice. So that's one way to get some grip on the ball. Just lick it.
Yep, exactly, Parker.
Jordan Hicks. We have he is a 33-year-old veteran now. Looks like he has one appearance so far this season at the major leagues for the Braves. Well, he doesn't have an inning yet, so I'm not sure if this is his debut or what. Huh, interesting. Feel free to let us know what's going on if anyone knows in the chat. Alright, Jordan Hicks to Eric Gress next. Strikes him out. Strikeout up in the zone. Magallanes. As Bo Naylor is next. See if he can get a hit. On the ground. Back to the pitcher. Pitcher gets it in time. Throws over to first for the second out. Bizana now. Leadoff man is back up as Hicks goes for the third out. Low, walks him. So we'll get the second walk now for Bizana, as they're tired of his antics at the plate.
Yep, good game so far.
Cale Hayden looking to do some damage here against Jordan Hicks. Walks him as well, so that's 2 on now. 2 outs. Building some momentum on Hicks here as DeLauder comes to the plate. 23 homers. Maybe he'll get that homer here. Hits it high, but center fielder comes in for that one for the third out. No hits that inning. Moving on to bottom of the 8th, Michael Harris the second. Zach Parker remains in the game, 11 pitches. And let's see what he does against Harris. That's hit hard to center. And it gets to the wall again. Almost exactly where he placed the last hit. His last hit was a double. That's his 27th of the season now. So Parker gives up his first hit of the game now. And Magallanes looks to get Harris around to score. Parker
matters here.
Hard hit to second baseman. Makes the play to first. They do get the man to third now. As a sac fly will get him in. Crowd is into it. Zach Parker, 15 pitches in. He's going against Jimmy K. Has 1 hit today. Let's see what will happen with Harris on third. Hit in the sky. Runner tags at third. He's able to get in time. So it's now a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 8th as the Braves look to make a comeback. Excuse me. All right, Zach Parker, he stays out there trying to get the third out and keep a 1-run lead for the Guardians. Juan Carrera, 274 hitter, no hits today. The pitch from Parker. Hit in the right foul territory, and the catcher ranges to make the play. Get the third out, and they do allow 1 to reduce the lead to 1 now. Going into the top of the 9th. Jordan Hicks stays in the games as he had a good last inning against Steve Radigan, 3-0-1. Let's see if they can get a couple runs here for insurance. Next pitch. That's hit up the middle. Center field. Center fielder gets that one. Throws back in quickly. So a base hit for Radigan. Christopher Torren putting together a great game. He's looking for his 3rd hit now. 4-12 on base. So let's see what he can do with Radigan on first. And Hicks on the ground. Potential double play, and it is. So there's 2 outs now. Dusty Lewis, pinch hitter.
Oh, all right.
Pinch
Another
hitting.
1-year-old boys.
Came over also in the Gavin Williams trade, I believe.
Yep.
And Jordan
Let's see all your
Hicks.
players tonight.
Yep, Jordan Hicks was Jordan Hicks was also a Diamondback for a handful of years. So let's see how this plays out. He strikes him out. So we have a one-run game going into the 9th inning. Let's see what we have with Carlos Castillo. Is he your closer?
Yep.
Closer comes in for the Guardians. Let's see what we can do at the bottom of the lineup here with the Braves. Cade Doherty looking to get his 3rd hit today. 1-run game. 9th inning right here. Let's see what happens. He strikes the first man out. First out, bottom of the 9th. Castillo.
Right now.
What's that?
Kamish is biting his nails right now.
Yeah. So let's see what happens here with Alfred Campos, a pinch hitter for the Braves. A lefty against the righty Castillo. 7 pitches to get the last out. Next pitch. Hit hard to right. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder. Campos gets a pinch hit, single, as he is on first. Lindor up next, looking to do something magical here. He is the winning run at the plate now at the man on first. Castillo now to Lindor. Hit up the middle. Could be a double play to end the game. Can they make it in time? Yes, they do. As they hold on to the 1-run lead, Castillo gets the save. And the Guardians are going to take this one from a score of 3-2. Good, well-pitched game. Laguna got the win. He improved to 8-2. He worked 6 innings, gave up 1 hit on 6 hits, only striking out 2 and walking 1. So good performance there overall. How you feeling about that win?
I feel good. It was awesome seeing Laguna go out there and have a big game. Didn't get the offense going too crazy. They were starting off hot but cooled off, but pitching kept them in it to the very end, and another win. I like that. It's a good game.
Really nice, keeping the hot streak going and maintaining that nice lead in your division. So
yeah, that was a good game. That was fun.
Well, thanks for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
having me on here, man. That was a good time.
Oh yeah, we'll be getting into the playoffs soon, and we'll be seeing some more of these teams again, getting into these important games to round out the season.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. You guys have a good rest of your night.
All right, and we thank you everyone else for joining, and gonna wrap this one up. I'll get the sim continued on and get on past the trade deadline. So thanks for coming. Thanks, Kamish, for letting us do this again. And until next time, we'll see you later.